So now that you're at the final stage, which is you converted the job, you're now a new product manager at a company. Amazing, congratulations. But your job is not done just yet, because during this stage is where you really need to shift from landing the role to thriving in the job. This stage is probably the riskiest stage past the interview phase, because if you don't do a good job in the first 90 days, you're going to have some setback in your career, and you're going to start questioning whether if you've the right career choices or not. And all the work that you've been doing in the last couple of months all goes into vain. So what you got to do here is that no longer you're proving to be a PM anymore. You want to learn fast. You want to build some credibility internally and contribute to the outcome of the company much faster. And to do that, it's about translating all the theory that you've learned into impact. Start applying frameworks in real business challenges, set clear goals, track progress, and show how you make things better. The common mistakes I see a lot of new product managers do when they're still new to the company is they stay heads down and just want to focus on execution and follow orders and just listen to whatever my manager is saying and just do the work. And let my work speak for itself. But the truth is, visibility creates trust, especially if you're a new PM to the company. You want to show visibility across the company, because if no one knows what you're doing, they cannot support you, promote you, or even protect your priorities. So start sharing early updates, draft some thinking into a Notion doc or Google Doc, some sort of doc, and share it with the team, get some feedback, and also get some small wins. Think of this as a new head chef that's really running the kitchen now. So you've done it, got the job, now you're running the kitchen. You didn't design a menu, unfortunately, it's not your restaurant, but you're still in charge. What you got to do is you want to lead the team, learn the systems as quickly as you can, make some good decisions, and run it like yours. Earn the credibility, and then you can change the game over time. And during this phase, it's really about understanding what success looks like in your company. You just joined a company and you want to focus on understand the context of the company, product strategy, the product history, what are the goals, what are the metrics, what are the stakeholders, and translate what you know right now into something that matters for your company. From a product thinking perspective, you've actually just made it. So congratulations. But you got to start thinking about how can you align with what you're doing to the company strategy. How do you define a trade-off, and what framework do you use to define a trade-off? How can you shape the roadmap across your product, but as well as working other product managers in the team, in other teams to shape their roadmaps as well, and also contributing back to the team. From a portfolio perspective, the portfolio that got you here is not going to take you where you want to get to in the future. The only thing that you should be focused on right now, it's about building your work. So your work right now is your portfolio. So start documenting the win for your portfolio. So in this stage, the mindset here is about, now that you're in, you need to earn trust, deliver value, and build a momentum. So you've joined a company, you got to learn how the company works and what is the product context, what's the product history, what's the goal, what's the market that is focused on, what are the metrics. The constraint that you face is you're unclear of what success looks like in this company. What are the stakeholders? And how can you translate what you know from your past company into the new company, or from your past role into this new role if you're doing an internal transfer? You need to start thinking about, from a product thinking perspective, shift from delivering what is been asked to influencing what gets built, because you're the leader now. And you want to start applying the frameworks that you've learned over the past couple of months and aligning it to the product strategy, aligning it to the company strategy, defining the trade-offs, shaping the roadmap, and really learn how your company makes product decisions. From a portfolio perspective, you're no longer creating portfolios. The product that you're working now is your portfolio. So you want to start documenting the wins for your current product. You want to start sharing the wins for your current product, the current learnings that you have for your product, and also using artifacts like product strategy docs, PRDs, stakeholder updates, roadmap reviews. Make sure everything that you create or you're thinking is visible and also inside the organization. From an execution perspective, you're now setting goals, timelines, and outcomes for your first 90 days. You're going to work with your manager to define what does the first 90 days look like? What does success looks like for your product? Is it to launch something? Is it to achieve a metric? Or is it to help the company unblock and make a decision? From a networking perspective and a branding perspective, you are now building alliances across the company. So no longer you need to go out and start network with other PMs. You should really shift that networking to be internal networking, building internal alliances across different functions, meeting up with engineering managers, meeting up with design managers, data managers, marketing managers, and so on. Building people that will support your work and follow through with and follow your work and create wins for your product. And the last thing is, from a overall branding, from a support perspective, you want to start looking for mentors, managers, and also trusted peers to give you a board of mentors to give you feedback on what you do. So look out for mentors that might be able to work with within your current companies. So people that's probably more senior than you as a product manager, people that might be in a different department. Also work with your manager as well. Your manager is there to support you, but also look at external mentors, external coaches that can help you get up to speed much, much faster. And at this stage, you're not expected to do everything here, but you are expected to close the gap as quickly as you can. And the winning conditions here is the goal is to go from landing a role to earning trust as quickly as you can. You're not trying to prove that you can do the job anymore. You're there to prove that they've made the right decision by hiring you. And that's what you should be proving. And think of this as your post-launch retention. Now it's about the adoption, engagement, retention, outcomes, and long-term impact. And as you go through this phase, there's a few things to remember. Learn your team's context first. It's very important to do that. Without understanding the context, the history, the goals, the metrics, you're not going to be able to make good decisions. And when you don't have the right context, you make bad decisions, and then you start to lose support for what you do. When you lose support for what you do, you will lose credibility, and it's a downward spiral, and eventually it's going to lead into you getting fired for your job. So it's very important to learn about the context, the history, the goal, the metrics, and also the market. Build trust quickly by having some early wins. You want to launch a small feature, a small update, something small as early as you can. Create a 30, 60, 90-day plan and align that with your manager early. That's important. And your manager might not do this for you, so you have to do this yourself. You want to show you can connect the dots as well. Delivery is important because that's your quick win, but also as part of the delivery process, you're connecting what you're delivering to the outcome that the company is trying to drive. And the last thing is capture your early wins and lessons in an Notion doc, in a Google Doc, depending on what you use. And the learnings, the wins, the metrics, the data, and build up your product portfolio over time.